What is going down? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Like I always say, wherever you're tuning in from, thanks for coming by. Doing a show today. I'll see how everything goes. I'm pretty tired, so I don't want to go forever. But I always say that, and I wind up staying on way longer than I'm supposed to. So I probably shouldn't even be saying it. I see 3 people in here. Welcome. Thanks for coming in. If you'd like to say good morning and identify yourselves, that's cool. If not, listen on in. That's no big deal. Um, so I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing. Well, I think I got 12 days left on the StreamYard plan, and I was only paying $10 a month, and I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? $10 ain't nothing, but for the amount of times I do lives and for the cost that it went up, I'm gonna have to figure out a different way to stream. Maybe it'll just be for on YouTube, and not have any guests, or may have one guest up or whatever. Because $45 just for coming live twice a week or whatever. Now there's other people that come on here all the time and they utilize it and they do it for business, for pleasure, for whatever. And it's, they get donations and that itself pays for that. That's fine. I don't typically ask for donations. So, and I don't want to ask for donations for $45 a month. I just don't. So we'll see what happens on that front. But I think I went to cancel my plan. What's up, Stigs? I went to cancel my StreamYard plan yesterday, and they said I have 12 days left. So I will utilize my $10 plan for the next 12 days, as much as I can, or as much as I feel like it. And then, we're going to have to figure out a different way to stream on here. So if anybody has any ideas besides StreamYard, I'm all ears. Because $45 is, and I'm not a cheapskate, but I'm not paying $45. If it went up to 25 like I used to pay, then I would still stay. I would still stick with it. But I actually have, I've had a computer breakdown in my one photo booth, and now my subwoofer is pretty much cooked. And, that got 4 years out of it. And, it still works somewhat, about halfway. So I don't know if I blew a voice coil in the what's up, Cheech? I don't know if I blew a voice coil, but that thing stinks. So if anybody knows what a blown speaker smells like, that's what it smells like. And I smelled it all the way home when I did the homecoming dance Saturday night. If you guys seen the short I posted up, I had 4 of my 15s in my subwoofer. And the subwoofer wasn't hitting near as hard as it should have been. And all the way home, I smelled the speakers. I banged on them pretty hard, and the amps get hot, and that's what I smelled all the way home because it was cold out. So, I have to instead of putting $45 a month into StreamYard, I have to put some money into my business because things break, and you got to spend money to make money. And there's another investment that I'm going to be doing probably within the next few days or within the week. And it's going to be a pretty big addition onto my business and a way to generate more money and get more people to book me anyway. So you guys will all see that once I do that anyways. I'm looking forward to it. I didn't have a busy night at work at all, so I did a ton of research on what I'm supposed to be doing. I didn't know. I almost just did an impulse buy on something, and I didn't do my research, and thank God last night I did. So still going to do it. Still going to happen. It's just I have to, how could I say it? I don't know. I got to just rethink my route on doing it, on how I'm going to do it. So I hope everyone's having a good morning. We got 5 people in the chat here. Don, how are you? I sent you the link. I sent you Stigs and the guys the link. I know it's pretty early in the morning still. It's just starting to rain out here in Buffalo. It's only about it's in the 50s here Fahrenheit. so it's probably like super freezing the dawn. Yeah, it's getting chilly. It actually was nice walking out of the house yesterday with a hoodie on and just as kind of brisk and good. So, yeah. So, but that means when it gets colder outside, it gets colder in the coolers. Even though the temperature doesn't change, it just feels colder. Big Bones, what's going down? So, the title of my show today is Don't Be That Person. So, and that doesn't mean anything to anybody on this platform or anything like that. So if you're here just to see if I'm going to talk shit about somebody, it's not going to be on somebody on YouTube. So I'm saying, don't be that person. So I did a wedding Friday night, and let's just say that a certain family member of the bride and groom felt like they should be the DJ of the wedding. It was it started off like, hey, during cocktail, hey, do you think you could play this song? We just want to hear it. Okay, no problem. And I didn't do it right away because I had a song playing. So I got approached again. Hey, I thought I asked you to play that song. Okay, fine, I'll play it now. So I'll play the song, whatever, go back to the dinner music or cocktail hour music, whatever. And that was that. So we do the introductions, we get all the other stuff out of the way, and now it's the party dance time. It's time to rock out for the rest of the night. So I always ask the bride and groom, especially if they have an older crowd, if they want me to play some, 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever. Play some older music because, most of the people that will, or if they will dance to it, they'll dance to it then. And then, they really don't stick around all night long and they leave. And that's when you get into the faster pace. Some people like a lot of the 90s music that was, and some of the modern stuff too, that is, has more graphic language and, say some stuff. The link is not working. All right. Let me just post it in the chat here. Oh, there's somebody. All right. Hang on, Don. Let me finish my rant, sir.
Go for it.
And so I start playing. Probably I see that it's working. So instead of playing like 4 or 5 songs, I played probably like close to 8 or 9 of the songs, like disco and 80s music and stuff. But it wasn't, it was a huge bridal party. It had like 20 people in the bridal party, all younger people. So after a while, you play a slow song and you transition into the new, more modern music. And boy, oh boy, it's the first song I strayed. I got, they came up to the table and said, "What the fuck are you doing? You whipping somebody?"
It's my son taking his shoes off.
Yeah, you take his belt off too? Holy shit.
Yeah, whip it good.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, carry on.
So I hear, first thing I hear is, "Oh, I really like the music that you were just playing. You should go back to that." And I said, I played about 40 minutes of it. I said, and, I need to start playing some of the stuff the bride and groom requested. And she's like, "Well, it's a Halloween themed wedding, so maybe you should play like Thriller." Now, mind you, it's not a Halloween wedding. There was some pumpkins and some mums laying around or whatever, but it wasn't like people didn't come in costume or you know what I mean? So I said, all right, well, let me okay it with the bride and groom and we'll go from there. So I walk over and I said, I was asked to play Thriller. Now, Thriller's cool when you're at a house party for Halloween or something, but Thriller's not super cool when you got a packed dance floor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I walked up and I said, "Listen, the next time I play a slow song, play Thriller just to get it out of the way." And so you know what the bride said? It was my mother-in-law, huh? Let me guess. It was my mother-in-law. So I'm like, yeah. So that I there I said it. There I said it. It was the groom's mother. She, So anyway, very nice lady, but she was making all of it about her and not her son and her new daughter-in-law. You know what I mean? She wanted what she wanted. So I played Thriller. There was maybe 5 people on the dance floor. Everybody went outside, and I said, "Oh, great! There goes my dance floor. There goes my vibe." Blah blah blah. So I start going back into the stuff I was playing before, and sure enough, she comes over and she's like, "I don't really, none of these other people over here are dancing to this." She's like, "How about you play the twist?" Meanwhile, I'm playing like Pitbull, Usher, I'm like, I'm not gonna bust into the twist. What's up, Toro?
So I
And
said, yeah, I'll play it later on. No worries, I'll play it.
well, I did. I said, listen, if I go back into that again, I'll try to play it. I'll do what I got to do. And then it seemed like she had her table not far from where I was DJing. And every song that came on, she'd throw her hands up in the air, stare at me. She'd come over. She's like, when are you going to start playing more oldie stuff? And I finally said, ma'am, I said, I need to start. I said, I'm playing what the bride and groom asked me to play. I played almost an hour of the stuff that you really enjoyed. Now I have to play with the bride and groom that we talked about all week long, planning this wedding. I said, and she's like, well, no, none of my, I said, yeah, but turn around. You got 35 people on the dance floor. It was a small venue anyway. And, she goes, well, what kind of music do they want? And I said, it's on this piece of paper. She went back to her purse, got her glasses out, and studied the music. Like, I've never had that happen to me before. Never.
It's like D&D studying the Beck guide.
Yeah. So, I had a mother of the groom once write her song requests on napkins and throw them at me before. I thought that was bad. So now, what's that?
You should have got the baseball bat out of the van and just kilometer.
So she's like, well, I don't really agree with this music, but I like that one. I said, you know what? I said, listen, I'm not trying to be unprofessional here, and I'm not trying to be difficult or give you a hard time, but you need to let me do my job. I said, they hired me to play the music they wanted to hear. This is their day, not yours. I had enough. You know what I mean? And I
would have turned around and said, are you paying me or are they paying me?
Well, I didn't say that, but that's another thing I'll get to. So, so she basically walked away from me in disgust, and the groom walks up to me and he's like, dude, I'm sorry, man. And the bride comes up to me and she's like, you get to forget about her after tonight. I'm stuck with her forever. So I guess, so I guess that, it's an ongoing thing that it's about her all the time. So
I would have said, bitch, shut up. We'll go to the corner.
Well, I've had like mothers of the groom or mothers of the bride or groom come up to me and be like, I paid for this, so you play what I want. And I've said, listen, you're not the boss. The bride and groom are. I work for them, not you. You know what I mean? I don't care if you paid for it. You know what I mean?
Go chase them for the money.
So, well, you're not going to buy me and tell me what to do. So that's what I'm saying. Don't be that person. Yeah. Let the professional do their job. You know what I mean? If I got a guy working on my house, I'm not going to sit there and watch him and be like, oh, you should use that. Kind of hammer. You should use this kind of screw or bolt or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, don't fucking be that person. Like, there's a reason why you hired somebody to do it. You know what I mean?
Well, it's the same thing. It's like saying, are you the DJ or am I the DJ?
Right. Well, she goes to me, and all she kept saying to me, she goes, you are really doing a good job, but I would really like if you would do this. Okay. Don't even tell me I'm doing a good job. Don't try to flatter me, because I know I'm doing a good job. Number one. Number two, get the fuck away from me. You know what I mean? But you know, again, you can't. I can't say that. I can't be that way. You know what I mean?
You
And
know, was
I
she
would
sitting next to you?
standing next to me, she must have came to my DJ table a minimum of 12 times.
But was she sitting next to the DJ table?
She was about like 8 feet from it.
I would have turned the speaker on and rammed that one high and faced her.
You know, and I think finally she knew I meant business, so she just went out and danced anyways. And I was at the point where I'm just not playing it. I'm not playing anything you asked me to, unless the bride and groom come up and tell me to. So by 10 o'clock, she left. So
She left with.
I don't think she left because of me, but she was gone. She was gone an hour before it ended.
I would have turned around and said, "Sorry, honey, I don't have that music."
Yeah, well, I mean, the stuff she was requesting, if a DJ don't have that, then that's not good.
Yeah, I know, but I know. You're always going to get one, no matter what, Father. No matter what.
Well, normally you get like when I go to weddings or I do events or something, you normally get like another DJ that comes up and has to tell you that he's a DJ as well. You know what I'm saying? That comes. I expect that every single time I go out. Oh yeah, well I DJ and I do this and I got this kind of equipment and I got that. Okay, yeah, great, man. That's awesome, man. Enjoy your night. You know what I mean? Like that's what I normally say. I'm like, yeah, man. Just it's nice to be like I said, I'll take the high road. I'll be like, you know what? It's really nice that you get to be a guest tonight and you don't got no responsibilities. I said, enjoy your night. Like in other words, get the fuck away from me. You know what I mean?
I would have said, no shit. How come you're not DJing?
Well, no, I've had people get belligerent with me before, and I'd be like, then why aren't you back here doing it? Why didn't they hire you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why didn't they hire you?
I used to get the same, Todd, Father, when I was doing the catering. They would come up to me and say to me, "You're supposed to be doing it like this, this, and that." And I look at them and I said to them, "Really? I've been doing this for 10, 12 years. And how come you're not catering this event? And we are."
Right. Yeah.
They used to just give you the shits, You're supposed to say from this side to that side. And I'm looking and going, really? I said, that's how much you know.
Well,
and I tell them, am I supposed to serve you first before I serve the bride and groom? And they turn and go, yes. I'm there, you dumb fuck.
Yeah. I mean, I had a guy the one time say, you're a DJ and you're ruining my business. I said, excuse me? I said, what's your business? He goes, well, we have a band we have a band.
You're too expensive.
And I said, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, we play the actual music and all you do is look at a computer all night. I said, well, you know what? You might have me there, but I do have to feel the crowd out and I have to figure out what people want to listen to. And I have to do a lot of planning with the bride and groom and I'm on the microphone and whatever else. Yeah, I know, but you're DJs, you take all the business away from us wedding bands and stuff like that. And I said, listen, I don't have anything more to say to you. That's what I told the guy. I said, I have nothing more to say to you. I said, there's a reason why she hired me and not you. It's all about customer preference. So if there's an issue, go to the bride and groom about it. You know what I mean? Like what I want to say is, why don't you get the fuck away from me before I fucking pour my drink right in your fucking face? But I can't.
But see, the thing is, I would say that to their face, but in a smiling way, in a joking way, but being serious at the same time. And how would you say it? Putting them down without them even realizing. Because if they were that good, how come they're not playing?
Right. And I've seen some awesome, like I did my photo booth and there was a band playing and they rocked the house, man. They were awesome. You know what I mean? I don't have anything against that, but don't come basically yelling at me and trying to talk me down because you didn't get hired. You know what I mean? It's not my fault. You're a fucking stranger, dude. Get the fuck away from me. You know what I mean? Like, but all right, what's Toro saying? How often do they go over contracted hours on you? Because now they have to pay the venue extra first. Then you're right. You're absolutely right, and that can work both ways, Toro. So a lot of times they said, "Hey, are you down to stay for an extra hour?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, you got to give me X amount of money, but you need to check with the house first because I can't just stay and play." So if they tell me I can stay and they're probably going to charge you a good amount of money extra, then I'll, go for it. But I remember one night we had a groomzilla, the groom was an absolute dick. And I knew the DJ there and I was doing the photo booth and he told the DJ, he's like, "No, you're going to play. You're going to sit here and still play." And he's like, "No, the contract's at 11 o'clock. I'm done. And, plus you got to check with the house. If they don't want it, and the lady, we walked over and said, the groom's being an asshole. He wants them to still play, but they didn't pay for extra time. And he's just being a belligerent, dick. And she's like, "I'll go over there and tell him it's an extra $4,000 to pay all my staff right now."
They would have stopped him.
So she did. She walked over. She goes, "No, you're going to pay this or that's it. The wedding's over." He's like, "All right." And then, he turned out, not to be a jerk then. He straightened out anyway.
Smart ass.
Well, he was just trying to, he just thought he was powerful or something. I don't know. But, when you get the alcohol in you and stuff like that and you're an asshole person and it makes you even more of an asshole, then you got to stand up to these people.
And look, I get it all the time, even at work, when they want to get their tax returns done. But I paid you this, and I expect this. Why? What's the point of me coming here? And I tell them straight to their face. Well, first of all, I didn't invite you. Second of all, you came on your own free will. Third of all, whatever the result is, it is. Okay. I don't have a crystal ball.
Yeah.
If they want to be assholes, because once they start talking like that, I've lost all respect. I don't care. They don't come back. They'd probably do me a favor if they don't come back. Or they turn around and say,
likely.
Or they turn around and say, "Oh, down the road, I can get it done cheaper. Why'd you come here? Why don't you go down the road?" I get up, I close the file, and I say, "Thank you. Go down the road. It's cheaper." "Oh, no, don't worry about it. Let's just finish it off." No, sorry.
I can't tell you how many times my wife comes home, right? She's a dental hygienist, if anybody's listening and don't know that. She'll come home and be like, "Yeah, we had to excuse a mom today from the practice, or a dad today, or a family from the practice." Because these parents like don't understand. Like, listen, if you're not good with your kids about brushing and flossing their teeth, their teeth are gonna rot out, and then there's no other explanation for it. It's not the fucking dentist's fault. You know what I mean? And they come in and they get belligerent and they can't accept what they're being told. And then they
why?
Listen, we're gonna excuse you from the practice. You're welcome to go to somewhere else, but we're done with you here. She had to do it yesterday. They had to do it yesterday to somebody.
You know why, Todd Father? Because they're paying you, and by them paying you, they think they own you.
Well, and something like that, when it's a service, you know what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't. Well, with me anyway.
But they don't own you, Todd Father. They contracted you to provide music. Okay. They don't personally own you. And they cannot really technically tell you and make you feel like shit and belittle you.
No, I know. And normally, like I said, I take the high road until it's time not to. You know what I mean? So, and I actually had that one woman who was throwing the songs at me on the napkins that night. The bride came up to me. I'll never forget it. She came up and said, "Hey, can you play the song's called Centerfold." And she goes, "It's just like an inside thing, with me and my bridesmaids, so she's like, I know it's not a super popular song, but she's like, it's just an inside thing for us girls. I said, no problem. I'll play it next. So I play it, and that mother, the groom, her new husband's mother, come running over to me, and she goes, "This song is terrible." She goes, "You see all those people? You lost them!" Like screaming at me. And I held the paper out. I said, "The bride asked me to play this song. She's the boss, not you." I said, "Go have a seat." I said, "The bride told me to play this." So she turned around, and sure enough, when I was packing up my gear that night, she came over and apologized to me. she's like, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I kind of, acted that way. I feel bad. And I took the high road. I said, listen, you were requesting a lot of good music, but at that specific time, the bride wanted that song played. She goes, I know. They yelled at me for it and this and that. I said, yeah, well, so, but there's a time and a place, but I had one guy try to start using my equipment, putting his hands on it. I walked over, I put my hand right out on his chest. I said, back off, get away. This is how I feed my family. Don't touch my shit. Well, you don't got to be a jerk. I said, I'm not being a jerk. Just don't touch it. Just get the fuck away. You know what I mean? Like,
it's always an asshole. That lady that was throwing the serviettes at you, I would have blown my nose and then screwed them up and put them in the bin.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's some of the shit that I deal with. There's some wedding stories, and then I did a dance Saturday night, the homecoming dance. I did a short on it. And, I had a line of kids writing. I had 5 sheets of paper filled with requests. Because after a while, I'm like, just write it down, because I couldn't keep up with what they wanted me to play. You know what I mean? So I just said, here, write it down. I just gave up after about 15 minutes. I said, I'm just going to randomly pick them. Or if someone came and asked politely, hey, I requested my song a little while ago. You think you can help me out? You think you can play my song? I'm a senior. No problem. I'd play their song next. So,
yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, how'd you go with the seniors thing or whatever, the one you had in the gym?
That's the one. That's the one I was talking about.
Was that a wedding, was it?
I had a wedding Friday night, and then I had the dance Saturday night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was busy all weekend.
Good for you.
And then I got another wedding Saturday, and she actually she doesn't want any line dances, like no Cupid Shuffle, no Cha-Cha Slide. She doesn't want Bruno Mars played. She doesn't want the Blurred Lines song played for some reason. What else? She doesn't want anybody requesting songs except for her parents or her bridesmaids. She said are the only people I could take requests from. And she sent me, now mind you, it's a long wedding. The dance floor is gonna be open for 3 hours and 45 minutes, right? And she sent me a ton of music. So good on her part. She gave me all the songs she wants to hear. You know what I mean? But it's going to be awkward being like, yeah, sorry, I can't do your request. Go ask the bride. Because that's what I'm going to say. Go ask the bride. But I mean, she was a great conversation and everything. It's just, like I said, I'm just going to be playing off a list for this Saturday night.
Yeah. Hello, Mrs. Toddfather.
Oh, that's Mother Toddfather.
Sorry, Mama Toddfather. Mama Toddfather. I'm delusional at the moment.
What is he saying here? Doing the senior dance, I would have. Believe it either. Yeah.
That's the good thing when I used to be also in a band and they used to come and say, oh, can you play this? We say, no, sorry, it's not in our repertoire. We've already mapped out our songs.
Well, I did get on the microphone at the dance and I said, hey, look, guys, you filled up 5 sheets of paper of requests. So I'm doing my best and I got more than enough music to play before you guys leave. You know what I mean? So, but that didn't stop them.
You're never going to win, Toddfather, no matter what. You're never going to win. There's always got to be.
It wasn't. I let it stress me out for like the first half an hour. And then I said, you know what? I'm just gonna, go ahead.
I don't even let it stress me out. Like I said to you, if it's at work and they start acting like that, I lose all respect for them. I close the file, I get up, I walk up to my door, I open it, I say, thank you very much, see you later, go off you go. And that's when they change their attitude. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean. No, sorry, damage has already been done. Please leave.
Yeah. No, I get it.
And then they turn around and say, well, I'll leave a bad review. I said, by all means, you can leave a bad review, but I'll tell you what, I'll be suing you for defamation and slander.
Yeah. Lucy Warren's World, how are you? No, I mean, that happened with my pizzeria before. You know what I mean? Like, people would be like, oh, well, you know, I had this one woman, every single time she ordered, she'd call back and say there was something wrong with her food and she wanted a credit for next time, but she wanted to keep her.
Yeah.
And I said, so finally I told, when she ordered, I said, let me make her food. I'm the owner. If she doesn't like the way I prepare her food, then my restaurant is not good enough for her to order anymore. You know what I mean? If I, sure enough, she calls back
and complained.
She called back, complained, I found a hair in my chicken fingers. I said, I don't have any hair. I didn't. I used to shave my head. I used to shave my head in the summer. I said, I don't have any hair, number one. Number two, I'm wearing a fucking hat. I said, her name was Robin. I'll never forget it. Her name was Robin. I said, Robin, I did a little research, Robin. I said, I called every fucking, I didn't swear actually. I said, I called every pizza around here and you're blacklisted. I said, you do this with everybody. I said, you're nothing but a scammer. I said, the only reason I let you keep your food is because that's the only way you could feed your kid. And she goes, I said, don't call here no more. If you call here again, I will let the police know. I said, I don't want your business. I don't want for the $8 that you try to rip me off. I said, you can go somewhere else. And she goes, but I love your food. I said, obviously you don't love my food. I said, you know what? I said, she goes, well, it comes here. When it gets here, it's cold. I said, because your card gets declined every fucking time we run it. I said, then you got to find money to put in there. And then by the time, I said, I'm not making you new food. I'll never forget. I'll never forget. She ordered pizza and wings the one day, and she called and complained. Or no, wait. I'm wrong. What's up, Co-Train? The one day I said, so a couple months went by, right? She calls back again, and it was always from a private number. And I recognize her voice because she said the delivery address. So I literally, above my phones that they would take the orders, had her address. Do not take orders from this address or this phone number. Don't take them. So she called, and sure enough, the one girl answered the phone. She goes, Todd, answer this. And she goes, oh, yeah, we just moved in, and, we heard your place is really good, and, we want to try you out. I said, oh, yeah? I said, this isn't Robin, is it? Oh, no, Robin used to live here. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll tell you what.
Busted.
My name is Todd, my name, I almost just said my last name anyway. I said, I'm the owner of the place. And I said, and I'm going to deliver your food because I'd love to meet you and welcome you to the neighborhood.
Oh, that would have screwed it.
Right? And she goes, oh, okay, no problem. Right? Yeah. So I make the food. It was pizza and wings. It was probably like, back then, I mean, now it's like a fucking $60 order. But back then it was still like $30 or whatever. It wasn't cheap. Yeah. And sure enough, I pull up to the house. I ring the doorbell. She comes. I said, you gotta be kidding me. She goes, what? I said, I know who you are. I've seen you 1,000 fucking times. You know what I mean? I'm like, I can't believe you're doing this again. I said, you know what? So the kid comes running down from the neighborhood. Pizza's here. Pizza's here. Kid's starving. You know what I mean? He's all excited about the food. I said, I'll tell you what. I said, I got a small child right now. My daughter wasn't even born yet. I said, I got a small son right now. I said, so I do have a heart, but I'm going to tell you, this is the last time that you'll ever eat from my restaurant ever again. I said, don't call my place again. I'm telling you to your face. Do not ever call my pizzeria again, or I will call the cops for harassment, because this is the last time, you know. So yeah, man. But you know what she used to do after that? She would send her son in when she'd call an order for pickup, and she'd send her son in. I knew who the kid was. You know what I mean? But she wasn't allowed anywhere. She was not allowed anywhere.
She's so stupid. Obviously, she burned bridges everywhere.
She did. She thought she could get away with that, saying, "Oh, my food's bad. My food's bad. My food's bad." You know.
Yeah.
So
it's Todd Father. It's like me. I'll go out somewhere to eat. Okay. And if I don't like it, I don't like it. I won't go back. Okay.
yeah.
I won't say nothing, but I'll move on. Okay. I've paid for the food. It's not as if I've been given the food for free. But when someone, the owner or someone comes and says, "Oh, what did you think?" Well, I'm honestly going to tell you the truth because I've paid for it.
Right.
Okay. Now, if you gave that to me for free, then I can't badmouth you. I can't say shit. I'll just say, "It was nice, thank you."
Yeah. No, I get it. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those
pay
people,
for it, yeah.
You know, I'm not one of those people that'll go on to Yelp and give a bad review or anything.
No, I'm not that either.
You know?
But you've asked for my opinion. I'm going to give you my opinion.
Yeah. Co-Train never complained about it. It's because you're fucking high all the time, Co-Train.
You're full of shit, Co-Train.
It's because you're smoking weed 24/7, Co-Train. Nothing tastes bad to you.
I bet you whinge about your weed, don't you, Co-Train?
Oh, what's up, James? How are you? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, so yeah, those are just some tales of both of my businesses, anyways.
There you go, Co-Train. You just whinged.
Yeah. So yeah, don't be that person. Don't leave. You know, leave it to the person you hired or whatever, unless it's blatant. You know, but
yeah.
You know, it just I just.
You got to have people like this in the world to spice up everyone's life.
Eddie Machete, welcome, sir. Yeah, so I'm not complaining, Eddie. I'm just telling it like it is, buddy. How people are, they're fucking whacked out.
Ugh. And it just gets worse and worse every day, no matter what.
Yep. No doubt.
Can you imagine if we didn't have to deal with people?
Wait, what?
If we didn't have to deal with people, it'd be a lot better.
Yeah, unfortunately, that'll never happen. There's too much internet, too many ways for people to have a voice now.
Oh, there's one guy, I tell you what.
Good and bad, anyway. What?
There's one guy, I tell you what, we can't get fucking rid of him. We can't shut him up. I don't know what we do, what we try. This guy is really bad. He goes by the name of Tommy. Tommy Stiggs.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I just think most people feel bad for him. That's why they stick around.
Yep.
That was good. That was a good lead in there, Don. You got me. Yeah, people are nuts, Stiggs, for sure. Yeah, Eddie Machete, you said you own a store. I don't know what kind of store you own, but yeah, people are nuts, man.
Don't let Co-Train in, Eddie. He just will whinge and complain non-stop.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just, and I'm hoping, for the most part, most of the weddings I've done is, ever since I, branched out on my own and do the whole planning process with the clients, you know what I mean? You
Mm.
don't really run into a ton of hiccups. You know what I mean? Because you've built such a rapport with them that you don't you don't expect that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? But
The biggest crap artist just said something. He's the one that's the most full of shit there is.
yeah.
He's normal my ass.
Oh, Toro is a mean, or I'm sorry, Tommy is a maniac on the dance floor.
No, no,
I could see Stig shredding it.
I'm talking about Asada.
Oh, so yeah, well, I didn't even want to read it out loud because
Yeah.
he's just not even close to being right. Catering is
Yeah.
yeah, I get that. Catering is definitely a giant business and definitely better than what's nice about catering. Well, you still got to deal with the public with catering, but depends what kind of catering you do. If it's pickup catering, they just come and get it and they're gone. Cool. But if you got to deliver it and serve and everything else like that, that could be a real nightmare.
Oh, still they're going to whinge and complain no matter what.
No, I know. Yeah, Osada says he's normal. Yeah, you're super normal, Osada.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Osada made my avatar. So thanks, Osada.
Toro, he hangs around with two fucking bowls and a banana all day.
You talking about me?
No, I'm talking about Asada.
Okay. Say I hang around a lot of bananas every day.
Your mum said, what did your mum say? Where did she go? Just so you know, Todd is very good at his job. Mama Beth, I reckon Todd Father's probably one of the most organized lettuce stackers there is.
Yeah, yep. When it comes to lettuce, I thrive.
Number one.
No, she knows. She knows. Even when I had my pizza place, like when I cook and I'm in the zone, no, just stay away from me. I don't want nobody's help. Just stay out of my way.
In other words, just basically saying, get the fuck out of here, leave me alone.
But you know what? On the weekends, my mom would come down, and even then, whenever I called it, if I needed help, they were there, obviously. And my mom used to come and help me make all the bingo pizzas for all the bingo halls we used to do on the weekends and stuff like that. So a lot of good times back then. A lot of really good times.
Osada, that hasn't hit yet, has it?
Yeah, it's starting to. I think. I'll tell you what, that hurricane is like something like apocalyptic, I guess, from what I'm hearing. So, yeah, you're right, Coach. And there's always complainers for sure.
Oh yeah, 100% Co-Train, 100%.
Ton of Don Mikus in the world, ton of them.
Yep. Just better make sure there's not one next to you.
Yeah, they're Florida's in for I hope somehow, some way it blows over and avoids, stays out in the ocean, but I guess it's not. I don't think that's what's going to happen.
You should get your mum. Why don't you go back into the pizza joint, get your mum to work with you, and then get your dad to do all the deliveries?
Don, if you knew my father, he wouldn't be doing any delivering. So his delivery days are over. He used to he did a few once in a while. He did some lunchtime deliveries. He did it all with me, my dad. What's it called? My mom says my cousin Ricky is down there. So yeah, my cousin Ricky lives down in Florida. I forget which part, but he's actually a linesman. So he's always on call for, these kind of things when the power lines go down. He climbs up on the fucking pole and puts all the electricity back in order. So that's crazy. I didn't even think about him. Oh my God, I didn't even think about him. He's got a little baby and everything down there. I don't know. Ma, what part is he in? Natural disasters are to keep people from getting out to vote. Well, if you can, that's a whole other topic with weather manipulation. But if they created a Category 5, the second in known history or something like that, from what I hear, that's pretty insane. Absolutely insane. Oh, Don's on mute. Should have left your father deal with that lady. That would have went, yeah. No, it wouldn't have went well, Coltrane. No, I have my mother's patience when it comes to certain things until it's the time not to, and then I'll turn into my father, on certain things. But I got the best of both worlds, I guess, if you want to say it that way. Well, Thindu will help with the deliveries once he's retired. Thindu, all I could hear Thindu say all day long is "I'm done" or "you know what." You know how many "I'm done's" and "you know what" I would get all friggin' day working in a restaurant with
You lose money, not make money.
Oh, I'll tell you what though. If I were to ever open up a place again, I would have to contact some sort of reality TV just to have the characters in there. Just
Okay.
because I'll tell you what, back in when I was open with me, my dad, my brother was there, my cousins were there, we would have been superstars, whatever you want to call it.
So the Kardashians had no chance if they called you instead.
Yeah. So no, my restaurant owning days are long gone. No thanks. No thanks. Hey, how are you? Weather warfare. Well, it's definitely being talked about more and more and more, Eddie. You're right.
Is it still a Cat 3 or is it grown in size?
I don't know. I heard it's supposed to be much worse than the other one from last week.
The one last week wasn't a Cat 3, was it?
It might have been. I'm not sure, Don. If anybody knows,
okay.
But it's terrible because these poor people in North Carolina, they're all flooded out,
And they're going to get hit again.
Well, I don't know about that, but they have never had flooding on a mountain. You know what I'm saying? They're on a mountain.
Oh, wow.
So they never had flood insurance. So they're out. They're done. You know what I mean? And from what I watched that Redacted show with Clayton Morris and his wife, and a guy came on there and said that that $750 or something is a loan. It's not like government funded money. It's not just like here's $750. So the fact that you got to pay it back, or else they could take whatever else you got left.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was a Cat 5, but supposed to be a Cat 3 once it hits land. So what's up, Muggsy? How are you?
So it's losing strength as it comes inland.
Well, I hope it loses all its strength, man, because this is.
Let's hope so.
Like Noel was on Thindu's show and said there's not a bottle of water left in any of the stores down there. And when we got off Thindu's show, I texted him. I said, "Yo, I'm like, do you need me to send you water?" I mean, I don't even know if he would get it. People would probably steal it off the mail truck or on the dock or whatever. You never know.
More than likely.
Yeah. So, so hopefully Noel and the family are going to be safe, and everybody.
This is where the government, motherfucking truckers that they are, they should be stepping in. They should be bringing in the army to help out, and whatever the case is, and providing funding and getting people back, and they don't give a shit.
Well, in case you haven't heard, they're funding immigrants, illegal immigrants, and foreign wars that we shouldn't have anything to do with. So that's
that gives them money in return. That's what it is.
Yeah, they're broke. So
people that need it, they get nothing in return, so they don't want to spend any money, the assholes.
Yeah, you're right, Coltrane. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I just said. Yeah, they spend it on illegals. So, yeah, that caused quite a stir on a different show. The whole FEMA situation, but it's just absolutely too bad. Well, I hope not. They're Osada, but I'll tell you what. Even I've said before on here, when I was out there Uber driving, when I was healing from my surgery or whatever, I picked up a guy at a hotel across from an airport, from the Buffalo airport, and this guy was actually from Kuwait. And he just kind of sounded off and said, "Hey, look," he's like, my family scratched and clawed to get to this country to make something for ourselves, but yet the whole third floor of the hotel is covered with migrants, and they're being guarded by the army. They get free food and water, and we're not allowed to go up there and clean or nothing. And I could get thrown out of here at any minute, at any time. But these people all free food and free everything.
Yeah, that jacks me off. People that work and try and make a living for themselves and pay their taxes get treated like shit, and the others just get everything thrown at them.
Yeah, the freeloaders. Yep.
Yep.
It's really too bad, and it's really a lot of us that are here listening or whatever. We got younger kids, and like what's it going to be when they're our age? I can't even think of it, because a lot of the shit of even when I grew up, I couldn't even imagine would be happening right now. You know what I mean? Nuts. I remember I used to think, man, I really wish I could watch this movie right now. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Now you can talk to your phone and it'll play the movie, or talk to the fucking TV and it'll play the movie.
Yeah. Asada's got an interesting comment up there. I think either way, Asada, doesn't matter which one you vote for, I think you're going to be screwed no matter what.
Hey, Dom, do you have the phone in your mouth when you're talking right now, or?
No.
Oh.
Why?
Oh, it just sounds like it sounds like you're chewing on the phone.
Mumbling.
No, you're not mumbling.
No.
It's just very loud.
Oh, no, I'm holding the phone up. I've got my headphones on.
Gotcha. Yeah, so yeah, we all got to buckle up, because I don't know how this election. I don't want to get into that so much, because it's either you're hardcore one way or hardcore the other way. There's no real debates anymore. So
I think the good leaders of the past are all finished, and the leaders moving forward are useless.
Right. That's a good way to put it. It's sad but true. It's
and they can call us, relics or dinosaurs, but end of the day, today's generation got no effing idea.
Right. Yeah, probably my generation is probably the last of how could you say it? I mean, I'm 43 or whatever, but I don't know. There's even 30 something year olds that are just clueless. You know what I mean? Not all of them. So I'm not saying that, but it's crazy.
Get today's generation, Todd Father, to multitask and see what happens. They have a nervous breakdown.
You're right. You're absolutely right. There's my son's a brilliant, smart kid, and there's sometimes it's like, why did you do that? Like, what part of your common sense thought that was the right thing to do? You know what I mean? It's like simple little stupid stuff. It's like, okay, but I want to know your thinking.
All this technology, in all honesty, has dumbed down today's generation.
But I will tell you this: he's much more intelligent than I was at his age. I will say that very, very much. So
Yeah, but are we comparing apples with apples, or what, Todd Father? They could be intelligent in their own way, and they could be dumb in their own way too, and vice versa for us. But
oh
are
yeah,
we comparing apples to apples? That's the thing.
yeah, no doubt. But yeah, man, I don't know. Even just, it's just I don't know.
Your dad's listening. Oh no, he's going to kill you after, or he's going to kill me.
Yeah. It just cracks me up that I'm seeing guys that are older than me, like fall in love and sing every single lyric of Taylor Swift when I'm DJing.
What does that say?
I can't get over it. Like, I cannot stand playing Taylor Swift. I don't know what the whole fucking big deal is. I don't think she has a great voice at all. You know what I
Yep.
mean? I'd rather listen to God, I don't know, Adele. She has a good voice. She can sing and belt out notes and or whatever. Just that was probably it wasn't a bad example, but what I'm saying is I don't know. It's like, but like there's this song from Taylor Swift called Love Story. Now I'm telling you, I'm watching dudes like I did that wedding last weekend. These are big burly dudes with their cowboy hats and tattoos, and they are singing Love Story like an 11-year-old girl. Like,
Just goes to show how gay they are.
I don't know. I don't know.
I can't listen to today's music, and I can't handle it because it's generated by a computer and not by an instrument.
That is true. They even
No soul.
they've dumbed down music a lot. There's no real talent.
It's music today, but not tomorrow. Tomorrow, no one knows that song anymore.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh, good. Yeah, Stiggs, did you get her out of there, Stiggs? Is she on safe ground or what?
Yeah, let's hope so, Tommy. And anyone that's in the affected area, let's hope they all get out and there's no major deaths or anything like that.
Eddie, I know they're just drunk, but they've spent time listening to that song to memorize the lyrics, right or wrong. You know what I mean? You don't just know a song and love singing it when you're drunk. You listen to it when you're sober to memorize the words. You know what I mean? I mean, there's probably people would probably think I'm nuts for listening to, but I'm just saying the Taylor Swift thing.
Hey, Todd Father, I'm gonna have to jump off. My battery is just about to go kaput.
Yeah,
I'm gonna shortly.
5 or 6 minutes. I'm done. Yeah, I'm on like 20.
Buddy.
Oh, thanks for coming up, Don. It was a good talking, man.
No, anytime. Have a good day. Have a good day, everyone. Catch you all later.
All right, that there was Don Miku coming to you live from Australia. Thanks for coming up, Don. That was a good time. They jam out to it by themselves in their cars. Yeah, no doubt. And teach their own. I'm just breaking balls. It's just I just can't get over how many people like are on this whole Taylor Swift kick. You know what I mean? Like it's nuts. But oh man. So my wife is off work today, so I can actually probably hopefully sleep through for a good part of the day, but my dogs bark at the leaves blowing across the lawn, so who knows what kind of rest I'll get. You sing Tiny Tim songs? Well, I don't that doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me, Eddie Machete. Thindu plays that on his shows once in a while. He'll play the Tiny Tim song. I could see you hitting the high notes. One of these days you got to come up on the panel, Eddie. I would love to hear your voice. I'd love to hear you sing Tiny Tim. So that poor guy, I don't know. Did he So did Tiny Tim get blessed with that voice, or do you think it was a curse? What do you think? I mean, obviously he was famous. So something like that. Was it a curse, or was it a blessing? I guess I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Blessed? Okay. Baywatcher, what's up? So yeah, I don't know. A lot of characters, even on this whole YouTube thing. There's always new characters all out here. You guys know what I mean. Just when you think the dust settles a little bit, out comes about 3 or 4 new people, and it just they rinse and repeat again. So, no, you're right. It did make him money. It did make him money. But all right, guys, I think I am gonna go. I gotta get the dogs outside and everybody awake. But had a pretty decent little crowd in here today. So I want to thank Don for coming up. I want to thank all you guys in the chat for participating. Like I said, I got 11 more days of me paying for StreamYard because, like I said, I was paying $10 a month and they want to jack it up to $45 a month. No thanks. So you saw me on Stig's community. Oh, okay, yeah. If I do go live, Baywatcher, it's always around like this time, like 5:30, and I usually try to go on for an hour or so. So 5:30 a.m. Eastern time. You've tiptoed through the tulips before, I'm sure you have, and to quote Eddie Machete, "Peace in the crease." But yeah, guys, I am gonna head out. I am gonna, like I said, I'm gonna go get the dogs out, do my morning routine, and try to go get some rest. So, guys, I hope everybody has a good day. Be safe, be productive, and I will talk to you guys all soon. Tommy Stiggs is up next at 7 a.m. Fiendu will probably be on at 2:30 like normal. Keep your eyes out for Osada. He goes on at all random times during the day. And always, ALV is on Friday nights at 9 p.m. with his ghost stories. So, guys, have a nice day, and I will talk to you guys all soon. See ya. Hit the like button.